Welcome to the 2019-2020 Paradise Athletic Banquet. I am Coach Koch. I am the athletic director and head football coach. I've been doing this for 36 years and I've never had to video a banquet, and I don't like it. But this is where we're at. Some of the things before I talk about our football program and the great community of Paradise and all our coaches, I want to reflect a little bit about what's going on, the pandemic, the coronavirus, and how it's affected everyone's lives. And in football, in most coaches, when I was a young kid, my favorite football player was Gale Sayers, electrifying running back for the Chicago Bears. Even though I'm a Packer fan, as you can tell in the background, but he was just electric. So, anyways, I read his book, I Am Third. Which basically was, God, your faith, family, and then yourself. Put yourself last. And we talk about that all the time, but do we really practice it? A lot of times, faith and family get left on the back burner, sad to say. Not for everyone, but for a lot of us, me included. And in this time, if there's something, there's always something good that can come out of something bad. And I would like to say, I've found in my reflection, the positive has been, I've been able to spend a lot more time in my faith life, in my relationship with Jesus, and definitely with my family. And truly, for the first time, probably putting myself last. And, when we talk about faith, family, and football, the three that we talk about are order. This is a time for us to step back and really see what's important and to appreciate what we have, and sometimes we take for granted. And I know, even when it comes to family, when I say family, I know there's the nuclear family, mom, dad, brothers, sisters, cousins, but you also have the Paradise family, the bigger family, the community. And I know a lot of people are hurting. I know I am. I miss my big family. I miss the community. I miss the kids here. I miss the parents. I miss, being around all my coaches. And, this is just a great place. And, I didn't get into this business to sit, wall of pictures and not hear the noise of barbells clanking and kids getting fired up and Coach Shelby getting after them and all the noise. And that's what you're here for. It's just, you're here for the kids. That's why you got in the business. And so I think it's the greatest profession. I know the staff that we have coaching our young men and women here at Paradise, they all feel the same way. They got in this business because they truly, truly love kids. They love athletics. They know that it's a vehicle to, bring kids, closer, to become better leaders in life, be better fathers or mothers someday down the line, be a better employer, employee, and to be, people of character, people of faith. And so this is a great, great profession. Not an easy one, not an easy one. And most of our coaches, they coach 3, some coach 4 sports, and it's around the clock. It's 365. It truly is. And but I wouldn't do it any other way. And I know they're the same way. That's why we're in this business. That's why we love it, because it's really not work. I wake up every day and I don't think about going to work. I just think of the great opportunity you have to make an impact on young men and women's lives. And that's our future, So again, with the pandemic going on, I hope all of you are safe. And I really hope that you're taking this time to really see what's important in life, and that truly is your faith life, your relationship with God and your family, the nuclear and big family, and to appreciate them and love them. And of course, when we get back in track here with athletics, that too is important. And we're by nature, we're competitive people, or beings, and I'm very competitive. And so I'm looking forward to that. So anyways, I'd like to get going and I'd like to first, there's a few people I'd like to recognize before we get into the football program. And because for any of this to work, not just football, but any of the programs, it starts at the top. I'd like to thank Dr. Utley and for his support and guidance. And of course, our principal, Mr. Mathis, assistant principal, Ms. Young, They come and they're at all the games, home and away. I mean, they're travel all over, and but they really are. They, with the scheduling, working around, as far as getting kids out of school early and all the accommodations they have to make. They really are doing a lot of sacrifice and are very, very involved and instrumental in the success of our programs and for your kids. So I really want to thank them. Also, our coaches. Obviously, a huge shout out to all our coaches, and since I'm on the football portion of the banquet, I'd like to recognize our football coaches. Offensively, our offensive line coach. He's also our head strength coordinator. Coach Ronnie Shelby does an unbelievable job. He's a kid magnet and really gets them pumped up. And we made just incredible gains in the off season, and I feel for him, and just because he's all the work he did, and I mean we get so much bigger and stronger and faster, and but we'll bounce back. And but so again, thank you to Coach Shelby, and then my receivers coach, Coach Ryle. I mean, what can you say about Coach Ryle? He's an institution. He's the legend. He's the man, the myth, the legend, the man in the hat. I know in Cowboy Stadium they have Tom Landry. They have a bronze hat or whatever in the Ring of Honor. And one day, I think in Paradise, they'll probably have a big old cowboy hat the size of a sombrero. That's going to be bronze for Coach Ryle. But he is truly a legend and an icon. But he is a tremendous man of character and a great role model for the kids here. And for him, I know this is kind of a uniquer, special for him, and really kind of a tough for him not being with the kids. He's known these kids not just for the last 4 years, but since they've been babies, literally babies. And so he's known them for 16, 17, 18 years. And so he's very, very involved in this Paradise family. Also, on the offensive side, my offensive coordinator, Lane Wilson, does a great job, puts in a lot of hours. It's one of those thankless jobs. It's behind the scenes. We're here together, him and I, on weekends, Saturday and Sundays, all through the football season, making up all the bands and all the little changes and tweaks and stuff to make things easy for kids. And he does a great job, and is just a super person. So thank you to Coach Wilson. On the defensive side, my defense coordinator, my son's the other Cook. I like to say Titan Ryle, little Titan. He calls me the real Coach Cook, so I guess I can call him the fake one. I don't know. So I love you, Titan. I love you for that one. But anyways, my son, he's defense coordinator, coaches linebackers, and does a great job. Puts in a ton of time and really loves the kids and loves being here. And so I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to be able to work with him. And then defensive back coach, Coach McCoy. Coach Jason McCoy is he's also our head baseball coach. He is very involved with the kids. A lot of them think he is one of the kids. At times, they come walking down and they mistake him for one of the kids. But he is very passionate, very involved, and is really a blessing, that we have him here in our program. Does a great job. And then Coach Brian Penry, who's new this year to our program and coached outside linebackers. He did a tremendous job. Again, a great role model, great high character person, which really fit in great with our staff, because that's what we try to build first and foremost before any kind of football knowledge. I mean, knowledge is great, but if knowledge without values or morals is counterproductive. So great human being, and really appreciate what he has brought to the table this year for us. And then last but not least, Coach John Shaw, our defensive line coach. Coach Shaw is without a doubt, we would be lost without him. And he does so many things. He's very, very intelligent. He's the only one that knows how to do anything technologically speaking. I don't think we could fly the drone without him as far as practice and that. But no, he's been defensive coordinator at many places, a wealth of knowledge, has a great rapport with the kids. Kids love him, and he did a great job with the D-line. And sadly, he will be moving on for us. When I say sadly, I'm speaking selfishly, but I'm very happy for John. He's moving on to become the vice principal at Jacksboro, and it's a great opportunity for him and his family. And I wish him all the best. And hey, I love him. So tough for me. Anyways, all right. Thanks, Coach. All right. Now, now into the to the show. The what we're really here all about, and that's for the kids. We had a quick summary of our season. Anything short of the state championship is a disappointment for anybody, and it doesn't matter. It's just because we're competitive by nature. Everybody has those aspirations. I did. I know a lot of our kids did. You know, I mean, and I don't even say just playoffs. I mean, when you get to the playoffs, and I've been coaching a lot of years, and I've won state championships, and I've lost state championships, and I've been in every big schools, small schools, doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. I've been there where you've been to the state championship and you're losing it, and trust me, you feel as bad losing a state championship game as you did if you didn't make the playoffs. You're competitive. You don't win that last game, you're not happy. But it should never take away from the success and the accomplishments of that season, which is really taking a group of young men. And when I talk about, we also, it's really more just men. It's all our trainers, our managers. It's a whole unit that makes this work. But they coming together for a common goal and putting aside their personal interests for the good of the team. And that's not easy to do. Everybody talks about it. Oh, it's easy. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Everybody has egos. And so knowing that, we ask people to push themselves to be the best they can, but then take those talents, bring it together, and do what's best for the team, and so that the team can be the best they can be. And so, fortunately, we had just an incredible group of seniors for leaders. It was just a great year. As far as a coach, personally, I enjoyed coaching these young men so much, and I know our whole staff did. I've been here 4 years, so I've had the blessing, I'm going to call it a blessing, to have been able to coach these young men for the past 4 years. And so it's really with great difficulty this year in the banquet to say goodbye and not to be able to say it in person, not to give them that hug. So it's tough. I know in football you're supposed to be tough and all that kind of stuff, but hey, we're people, we got emotions. It's an emotional game, and for me it's tough. I miss these young men. So anyways, great group of seniors, great captain leadership. We'll be handing out award. I'll be talking about some of the accolades here in a second, but I do want to thank everybody in this football team, because you're only as good as the last person on that team. It's just like a chain. It's only as strong as the weakest link. So, to me, the season was very successful because of the type of people we had, what they did on and off the field, how they carried themselves, how they represented Paradise. And as parents, you should be very proud, because to have young men like this, you've done something right. And I know that might sound cliche, but no, I've been to a lot of schools, and it's not always like this. So you ought to feel fortunate. You should feel blessed. And players, you should thank your mom and dad. Give them a hug. Tell them you love them, because they've done a great job to raise young men of character like yourselves. So